Tell me a little bit about you. What what even why you even want to do music engineer? This is probably the least glamorous part of the creating of the music process. What interests you in getting to this, to wanting to be part of this process of engineering?
I really, really just love it. Like there's everyone has a thing they love.
Uh huh.
This I love this. I love putting a plugin on and it makes it sound better and like I literally get goosebumps from it. Like things like that or like making the song work, taking it from 0 to 100. That's my favorite thing about it. Um it's 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 when I finish it, I'm playing the song. I'm like, "Oh, I did that." Like there's some people who like build houses and then they can go back and look at the house and they'll be like, "I built that house." I get that kind of gratification from it.
Right.
Um,
And
the
usually in
house.
every session you got, right, you got the artist, you got the producer, you have the A&R, and you may have a studio executive, and then you have the entourage.
Yeah.
How do you manage to navigate all those personalities in that room? And not to mention, the room is cloudy. You're within the clouds right now. You're catching contacts left and right.
Yeah.
Tell me about navigating that, all those personalities.
Being an engineer in a major session is the hot seat. It's not a fun place to be in. The whole room is looking at you for any issue, anything. You're the first one they're going to blame. So it's hard to keep up, especially when the room's filled with a lot of people and a lot's going on.
Uh
The
huh.
artists you've never communicated with before, and you're recording them, and they expect you to go a million miles per hour, which I do go. So you got a bunch of egos and everything, man. Like it's a hard job just being in that room.
No, I know. Let me play a session for you, man. I want to play the session. It sounds like let me play the session. I'll come back and talk to you. It looked like it was a lot of fun. I'll come back. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Me, don't take that much, you gotta punch it when I'm sliding on you for the next week. Mama said that it got. That bitch, you ain't stop on the song. You ain't even stop talking to breathe. Oh my god. Let me get out this bitch. Nick, come on, bro. We out there.
Scott. Little Jeremy, what's going on, man?
Oh, nice to meet you, Scott. I'm a big fan of yours, bro, for sure. Driving on the highway, drowsing, I just miss my exit. She get up in her feelings, pour her heart out in her message. Niggas tryna fly and cry.
What is that session like? What's the one thing that jumps out at you when you look at that? You got Hitmaker there, right? You got Scott Storch. I mean, come on, come on.
Yeah. I mean, that session was fun.
When you're mixing and mastering, what's the first thing you listen for? Do you attack the beat or the vocals?
So the first thing I do is the beat, but then I might have the vocals in at the same time. But I pretty much do the beat first while having the rough vocals in,
Mm-hmm.
or I might mute them, and then after I finish the beat, I go to the vocals, and then after I finish the vocals, I'll go look at the beat again, or even while I'm doing the vocals, like I'll play with the beat a bit.
Yellow Beezy! Scott Storch!
I think back, it ain't about where you started, about the hustle. These niggas don't want to get it out the mud, they want it fronted. Hands out more than my keys, and name the music gave me.
That's I see Scott Storch there on the keys.
Yeah, I was recording a lot of artists. That was for 300 Entertainment, so they were rotating artists in and out, in and out. Um,
Oh, so they had blocked you out. When you work in your studio there, do you guys have different rooms where you have multiple artists in different rooms, and maybe you're in one room, artists come from different rooms and join sessions?
yeah, that was a particular like camp for 300 Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So they like it was like a songwriting making hit camp, like so it was like a week a week long. Yeah.
You're sitting there in the studio, and I want to shift gears for a little bit. You've seen artists come in and write. You've seen producers come in and write. You've seen the role of the engineers in studio session of creating music. You've been part of all that process. Does it concern you a little bit with artificial intelligence? You know, being ushering. You know, I'm sure you've seen it on social media. We've all seen it. Does that concern you a little bit?
No,
Why is that?
not at all. Because I know about like the platforms like Lander and stuff. Remember, uh, I tried to master a song on there just to see it a few years ago, and I was like, oh, nah. Like, I made it sound a lot better. It basically just boosted the highs, and there's ear piercing frequencies
Mm-hmm.
that only a human could be like. There's ear piercing frequencies here, like so.
What makes a good mastering music session? What if someone came to you and says, "Okay, Colt, how can you perfect a song?" What would you suggest or say that this would make a song better?
Would be to have me literally get the files, the stems, and do my thing. Um,
So you need the
you'll
whole session file.
yes, and
Gotcha.
if I have the beat stems too, there's always I can always enhance everything. Like say maybe your kick and your bass are just not hidden as hard as they should, or maybe they're hidden too hard,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe your snare is ear piercing down the middle, and that's got to be fixed.
Right.
Maybe your vocal has breaths in it. Maybe it sounds chopped. Like there's so many details. Um, I named 3 out of 1 trillion details that could be wrong with the song.
Definitely. Definitely.